Hey, speaking of control, last week we saw Nigel Farage become a victim of woke politics when a top UK bank closed his accounts because they didn't like his political views. But Australians are now learning it could happen here too. Written in the fine print when you open an account with a Commonwealth bank, it says customers may not use their banking services they engage in conduct that is, in our opinion, offensive, harassing or threatening to any person or promotes or encourages physical or mental harm of any person. All right, Senator, is this appropriate or absolutely dangerous and threatens to, cancel culture to become even more rife?
Well, it's hard to tell without looking at all terms and conditions of the contract, but it does have a sniff of social credit system whereby the CBA is going to dictate when and where they'll allow people to get their own money back. I've started calling or long called for the reintroduction of a public bank in Australia that offers, because as far as I'm concerned, ever since the Commonwealth Bank was privatised, competition in the banking sector has deteriorated to the extent now that we have very little competition. We have much fewer building societies, fewer credit unions, and effectively the Big Four have basically consumed everything in front of it. And we actually need a genuine people's bank that offers longer fixed home loans. So, for example, say 10 to 15 years, that offers tax-free retirement savings accounts, as well as fee-free. So that would be competition to superannuation, and would also offer cheaper insurance, because the federal government should look at also starting a government-owned insurance office rather than our current insurance premiums are going through the roof because of reinsurance offshore that takes up 40 to 50% of our insurance bill now. It would be much cheaper for the government just to reinsure itself. And they could also keep branches open in the regions as well as in the metropolitan areas. And that would provide a whole suite of banking services that are desperately needed by everyday Australians.
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion points there. I don't agree with all of them, but I'd love to have a chat with you about them another time. But I have to say this, the banks do have a social licence in this country, and there's no way they should debank anyone that's running a legal business.
And they're not honouring that social licence, Corey, and they won't.
I agree with you, Senator. I agree, but the challenge is how we deal with it. I got to leave it there though, but we'll speak in a couple of weeks. Hopefully, you enjoy your week in Parliament and keep fighting the good fight on behalf of all of us Aussies.
Authorised G. Rennick, LNP Chermside.